Shalom again, and thank you for being with us in Hidden in the Hebrew. Hidden in the Hebrew is a program designed to simply create a better relationship with the text of the Bible by introducing Hebrew and understanding that comes from comparing texts to many different translations. That's a way to learn and to try to get the essence of what the Hebrew is trying to teach you. And we obviously are gravitating to the Hebrew because it's the original language that the text was written in, and it has certain characteristics that really makes it a special language, that you can say things in a very concise way, very precisely, with little shorter sentences, less words, and you can say more things this way. It has potential for greater understanding, and according to Hebrew tradition, the entire text of the Torah has 70 layers of understanding. So if we don't start in the first layer, how are we going to get to lower layers of understanding in there? So the first layer is called the surface story, and that's what we read here. We read in the Hebrew, we read in the English, compare the translations. And to do this, we also introduce transliteration. And let me just say a word about what transliteration is. Transliteration is different from a translation. Translation is translating a text from one language to another. In this case, from Hebrew to English. Transliteration is trying to write the Hebrew sounds in English letters. So what we have is the Hebrew, and we want to know how it sounds or how to pronounce it in the English when we're reading the text. Then transliteration will give us that ability to see the letters in English, or to be able to read them in English, but to make the sounds that the Hebrew makes. So that is transliteration. To demonstrate that and to help people in transliteration, sometimes pastors or people who give presentations, or anyone who might be interested in pronouncing the Hebrew text of the Bible, they would need something to help them to do that. For this purpose, we put together a program of transliteration. And I can show this on the screen at, slide number 20 will show you the program, and slide number 21. Here's the program. It's the Transliterated Bible. It has more than 4,500 pages of the entire Hebrew text of the Bible put on that program. And it has a very strong search engine, so you can find anything you want in seconds, and any word or anything. And it will tell you how to pronounce the word in Hebrew. The next slide, in slide 21, you can see how it will show on the screen. The first is the Hebrew. For each verse, you get the Hebrew, you get the translation, and then you get the transliteration, and each one of them is in a different color. So you can see what the transliteration does, and how to read the Hebrew sound in English letters from this program. So this is just an example of something that can help you in your studies. So we're reading now from Genesis chapter 13. We came to the story of Abraham, who went down to Egypt and came back very wealthy because the Pharaoh gave him all this wealth on account of his wife, which he thought she was his sister. He comes back to Canaan, and the son of his brother that died in Ur, Lot, is with him. He's also a wealthy man. They couldn't get get along together, living nearby, and they decided to separate. And Lot goes down. He chooses to go down to the valley of the Jordan River, of where the Dead Sea is, north side of the Dead Sea, and he dwelled by the city of Sodom. And then it says in verse 13, it says, and now the people of Sodom were wicked and sinners against the Lord exceedingly. They were very wicked. Okay, just a little bit of information that was given to us in that regard. In verse 14, God said unto Avram, he goes to Abram and he says, after that, Lot was separated from him. That was immediately after Lot went away. God comes to Abraham and he says this, lift up your eyes and look from the place where you're standing. You know, he probably was standing up on the hill, and he's looking up in all directions. He says, look in all directions. And here are the directions that he says for him to look. Northward and southward and eastward and westward. Now in the Hebrew it sounds a little different, of course, and let me show you on the screen what that looks like in Hebrew. Now at the top of the screen, of course, you see tzafon, and tzafon is the word in Hebrew for north, in modern Hebrew too. And the meaning of the word tzafon, the meaning of the word itself, is something that is secret or hidden. So the word tzafon was given to the north because probably the north was an unknown. If you think of the north where Russia is today, it was unknown. There were mountains, it was outside of the Middle East, of the Fertile Crescent. It was outside of the known world to the people at that time. So they call it tzafon, a place of secret, somewhere that the secret is hidden there.
If you enjoyed this clip, please feel free to check out the full version in the link located in the description panel below. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can also connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. As always, help yourself to the diverse array of teachings located on this YouTube channel or on our website at glc.us.com.